Good evening, my mystic means my take two. Good evening, my mystic kings and queens. It's actually not take two. It's take like about eight now because I've started and stopped at least 6 or 7 times because I keep flubbing the words and I keep going off into rants that have nothing to do with um, this. Like now. Anyway, good evening, my mystic queen. I'm not gonna stop. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. Good evening, my Mystic Kings and Queens. Mystic Matt here coming at you with another video. Um, as you already know, there's just so many things happening on the personal home front and business wise as well. Creatively, I spoke about doing Zooms because there's so many of you that are not off on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. You work or you're just at a distance where you can't make it into town. And I hear your pleas and I so understand. It is a big difference between a phone reading, an in-person reading, and a Zoom reading. So those of you who are willing or wishing to do Zoom readings, please email me at elements realms and beyond at yahoo.com. The whole word "and" is spelled out, not the little symbol. Elements, realms, and beyond at yahoo.com. And give me your first and last name. Let me know that you want to be put on the email list as well, and that you're wanting to do maybe a Zoom reading with its tarot mediumship. But again, even if you're not looking for the Zoom reading, let me know you want to be on the email list because that list will be the list that where I send out special information to, or maybe having to do with sales, coupons, maybe just all the ins and outs, all the like in the know, as opposed to like having to get online and randomly have the algorithms choose who pops up on your timeline, for Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. I mean, yeah, you can always go in personally, just to choose like I want to see what's happening at ERB or with Mystic Matt. But again, once you're on that email list, you're pretty much guaranteed that we're gonna, send you an email of new products and any of the, goings ons, ins and outs of the business. So yeah, we've got the Zoom things going on that'll start happening in February. Okay, latest is March, but I do believe I'll start them in February. But all you got to do is let me know that you want the reading. I'll email you, send you a text. Like, hey, I'm gonna call you. You'll pay for your reading at the time where you set up your date and appointment time, and then we go from there. Um, if by chance you miss or can't make the appointment, then we can reschedule. But just know that it may be at a far later date um, for that. See what else? What else? What else? And one more thing, when it comes to the Zoom readings, I'm gonna try my very best not to do them during the weekend when I'm supposed to be there for my customers anyway. For those that walk in, or the ones who have already set up appointments to be there in person at the shop, and we'll just do it. We'll do it that way. Um, Another thing is that I will be starting um, not a podcast, a reading club. I'm not sure what I want to call it yet. It's not going to be like a book reading club just for like supernatural stuff or horror stuff. Although I like those genres, but I've been thinking, and I think I mentioned it to Pup Bones, to Tony, once or twice, that that is just something that I like to do with folks, and not only educate them with books that are on the subject of spirituality and the occult, what have not, but just to be fun. Reading is so, it's just so important, and many of you know. If you don't, now you do. I mean, I love books. I love to read. Even as a kid, I'd always have a book in my hand. I have photos that Tony has laughed at, you know. But yeah, and I've already got 3 books that I've chosen. So if you're interested in becoming part of the book club, again, send me a text with your first and last name to my phone number, the business 361-426-9381, or again, send me an email with your first and last name and your email so we can begin the book reading. And the cool thing about this book reading club is that we can read on our own by chapter as we assign the chapters or what have not per week or per day. But at the same time, I think what I want to do is kind of like come together, get together at a certain place, whether it's at a park or at a restaurant or at a cafe, or someone's home, and literally get together and read a couple of chapters and then like discuss the book, discuss what we've just read. I just think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be great, and let me know again. And these are the first books that I've chosen, and I'll let you guys decide which ones. The first one I'm choosing is The Chestnut Man. Now, this one, I saw it a while back, and I found it again recently, and it's a psychological thriller. There's a psychopath out there, and it has to do with examinations, forensics, and piecing together the crimes, the gruesome clues to the gruesome murders. And the cool thing about this one is that it's actually already a Netflix series. All right, and again, it's The Chestnut Man. Written by Soren, I can't pronounce his last name, Svienstrup. So, yeah, just check it out. If you have to, Google it, Google the inlay and read it, and let me know if that's the one that you'd like to start off with, Mystic Matt's book club. All right, the second one, and although I've already started it, it's okay because I can go ahead and have a little heads up, almost like a teacher, or an instructor. Not a teacher. I'm only a teacher if I present information and the person learns. Other than that, I'm just a presenter. So anyway, it's called Altar of Bones, and it's written by Philip Carter. Again, Google it, look on Amazon or whatever, and let me know if that's what you want. This is more about it's, oh my god, I just went blank. It's about, of course, Catholicism, Christianity. It's religion, and about drinking a special drink from the Altar of Bones. There is a killer out there, and so forth. But let me know. Read the inlay and let me know. I don't want to make the video too long. We're already like at 9 minutes. The third one, and last but not least, and I also found recently, is by Greg Hurwitz. It's called Dark Horse. Now, this really interested me. Again, Greg Hurwitz, an Orphan X novel, because it does have Corpus Christi in here. Yeah, for Corpus. So this author has written a story called Dark Horse, revolving around our city. How awesome is that? And it does deal, of course, with drug lords and all that kind of stuff, where the drug lord has a lot of ties to influential people and places and things, and but as Inlay says, his 18-year-old daughter gets kidnapped and all hell ensues, People are like, "Oh, that's what you get for being in that kind of life," But again, he hires orphanettes to help him out, and again, it's because it has corporate embarrassed, like I had to pick it up. So let me know which of the three. Like I said, this one I'm already reading, no ancestor much about it, but I'll be more than happy and glad to kind of like start it off with you guys. And of course, last but not least, is the new services as well with Tony and the laying of the hands, or the Reiki, or he calls it healing energy attunement transference. I don't know, some acronym that he's told me about, and I just can't keep it in my head straight or whatever. So heat transference, but he's going to start doing those services next month as well. So let me know if you're interested. We can start making appointments. I'm not sure about the price yet. I think he said there's going to be a couple of pricings in there from 40, some 50, and some 60, depending on what he's doing or what he has to do. So that's going to be really, really cool and really interesting and amazing to experience and to do. And I think that's about it. There's just so much. Oh, there's also going to be I think a Patreon for sure, where we're going to put special information, special videos, special behind the scenes things that the folks who subscribe for a certain tier, tier 1, tier 3, whatever, you're going to get a certain amount of product and services, and information from us. That's extra, just for my mystics. And I think that's going to be really, 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 really cool. So that's going to happen. And there's something else. Something else that I'm drawing a blank right now. We talked about the services. We talked about the book club. We talked about the Zoom readings. Oh yes, and also of course the live streams. As you all know, we already mentioned that we're gonna have some lives or some videos on certain topics that we're gonna talk about, almost like a podcast, but it'll be information. Like the first one is going to be about saging, how to do it, what's the history of saging, the origins, different cultures, and how do they use them. And we're gonna have that special guest. Katana Sanchez will be our special guest, and she'll have some insight, into saging and what she knows and how she does things. And just again, it's gonna be a really cool sit down one-on-one and talk about the topic of saging and have all those different bullet points to touch up on. And we'll be continuing those with different topics, whether it's saging, the first one, or fixing candles, or working with bones, or working with Elegua, or working with saints. It's just they're just gonna go on and on and on. And yeah. And I should have said last but not least, because we got that. We got one more. Then there will be the general tarot readings, where I will be doing, card readings, uploading them for like all signs. I was doing that in the past, and again, because there's just so much going on, in the background. My background, they've kind of I backed off on those, but I'm gonna resume them again. So in the beginning, I believe I will be putting them out on YouTube and here on social media, but as time progresses and time allows, I might have to just put them on the on YouTube, not on YouTube, on the Patreon, and go that route. So yeah, again, that's it. Don't forget, email me if you want to be on the email list, and also email me if you want a Zoom tarot reading, all right, or mediumship reading. Right. Till then, my mystics, I love you. I thank you for all your support, your love, and all that mushy stuff. All right. I will see you soon. Open tomorrow, 11 a.m. See you then.